Guys, I know exactly why the Fortnite island is moving. Ladies and gentlemen, inside of this video, I started recording this before the island started moving, and I was explaining in the video how I believe the floating island is going to start moving, and while I was recording, it literally started moving. This is the craziest video I have ever made. You need to watch this entire thing because this proves my entire theory is true. I cannot believe this. I hope you all enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. Okay, as you can see right here, we are looking at the Fortnite cube, and there is something very interesting about this cube right here that you guys probably don't know about. And ladies and gentlemen, in this video, my friends and I, we actually have proof about what's going on. So the truth about this cube is that it is growing, and it is growing right now.
I've been able to find some crazy evidence showing how the cube is gonna grow coming up in the upcoming weeks.
Also, the Fortnite floating island is literally going to start moving. I have proof about this. If the island ends up moving after we finish this video, our theory is entirely true. So guys, if you're watching this and the island is moving, then that would be absolutely insane. And going off of that, you guys might not realize this, but the cube is slowly growing, and it's growing right now. I have proof about it. Let's just get right into this video because there is so much information that needs to be shown. Here we go. All right, so I'm on Twitter right now, and I'm on a page called Fortnite Battle Royale Leaks, and there is a super interesting picture right here. Now, I didn't believe that this was real at first, but when I clicked on it and I looked at it further, it might actually be real. It could be a leak to something going on. And basically, guys, what this actually is, this is a rune right next to Retail Row. And guys, in this video, I am going to go to the rune in Retail Row. As you can see, it's right here, and we are going to be finding clues showing if this is actually real or not. What this picture is actually showing is this island right here. Without even knowing that the cube is growing, I believe that was revealed yesterday or something. This picture makes perfect sense to the cube growing. What this shows is the island from Loot Lake over Retail Row. Now guys, the island and the cube is literally moving over to the different runes across the map. You can see that there are 7 runes. This picture is completely accurate, and it makes perfect sense to everything happening in Season 6 of Fortnite right now. I'm gonna explain later on inside of the video what is happening with this picture, why it makes sense. You guys do not want to miss it because I am almost positive we are correct here. So yeah, without further ado, let's go on over to the rune right here and let's take a look at what's going on, if we can find any clues. And here we go. All right, so I'm coming in right now, and as you can see, this is the rune on the picture. Now, my friend Nick right here, he knows exactly what's going on. Can you explain to the viewers what's going to happen?
If you didn't know, there are 7 of these zones. They're all called corrupted zones, and each of them have a special unique rune to each of the corrupted zones. And so pretty much, if you look back at that picture, you can see that the island almost taking the power from the rune, and pretty much this is what's going to allow the cube to fully grow and develop. And so what we can expect to see over the weeks of the season, island is going to visit each individual rune, and it's going to take all the power, and the cube is just going to go grow and grow and grow.
You might notice that the island, it might look a little bit different. We don't know for sure if this is the same island above Loot Lake, but if it isn't the same island above Loot Lake, the reasoning for this, you guys all remember that in Season 5, the island was on the ground. It obviously wasn't always in the air. So what could actually be happening? Maybe the island above Loot Lake isn't going to move after all. There could be different houses from different parts of the map on the ground that are going to rise up. Remember guys, the theme of this season is darkness rises. The houses are going to rise above the runes. So I don't know if you guys saw my other video about the Fortnite runes underground. We literally glitched under the map and we saw something very interesting. I'm going to play a clip right now showing what we saw under the map. The way to actually see this is you need to turn your graphics on low, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, you got to turn everything on low so you can actually see what's going on.
Okay, so I just turned everything on low. The graphics are gonna look really, really bad, obviously. I'm sorry for that. But you can see everything looks a lot clearer. And do you guys notice that right there? we literally have roots in the ground. There's something a little bit special about these runes. Shadical, you want to explain it?
As you can see already, the rune itself already has an outside texture and has these weird roots coming out of it, which makes me think at some point during season 6, all 7 runes are going to rise out of the map and do something crazy.
So that's the clip right there for my other video. And also, guys, if you go into low settings, I know you probably saw this in my other video, but you can literally see that there is a circle crack above the ground right next to the rune. It's going around the rune, and it's totally obvious that this is showing something is going to happen relating to obviously the runes, the cube. There's no reason that this cube is not going to go to all of these runes. There's definitely a reason for it, because you guys know that the cube, it originally printed these runes in the beginning. And yeah, so Nick right now, he's going to explain exactly what we are almost positive is going to happen with the cube, the runes. It's insane.
So if you look at the ring around the rune and you look at the picture, you can obviously see that it almost looks like there's an island underneath here.
So pretty much from all of this combined, it literally shows the theme of Darkness Rises. It makes perfect sense because all of the islands in the ground, the runes are going up in the air, and it's all coming back to the Fortnite cube in the island on Loot Lake. All right, we're going back to the Fortnite floating island right now. And guys, how do we know the Fortnite cube is growing right now? It is painfully obvious what is going on. With all of the rune theories we just mentioned, there must be a rune right here. Where I am looking at, there is a rune, and that pretty much shows that the next location, if the Fortnite cube goes here, it's going to take the tornado with it, and it's going to move. Now, guys, as soon as it moves, it's literally going to show a rune right here where the cube was, and the cube right here, it's literally gaining energy from the rune.
After the cube has gotten all of its power from this rune right here, go to the next rune and turn that into an island.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, this hole right here in the ground, the little vortex thing, you literally can't go in it. Obviously, you can glitch inside of it, but there is nothing in the actual game that allows you to go inside of this hole. Where does it lead to? It's literally a rune under there. I am almost positive. And as soon as all of this stuff moves, nothing's going to be left. It's not known for sure if Loot Lake is even going to be still here. I'm pretty sure it's just, it might go back to normal. You never know. But I think in the middle of this lake right here, this spot, it's just going to turn into nothing where the rune once was.
All right, and if you guys are wondering, the cube is taking all the power from the rune, which is creating this tornado. And so when the cube moves from each rune, the cube is going to cause a tornado on each rune, which will then create its own little island.
Yeah, guys, it only makes sense. And now let's look at proof that the Fortnite cube is growing right now. So I have 2 pictures right here. One is from Fortnite's news, and you can literally see Fortnite content cube growth 02. And it's a picture of the Fortnite cube. The cube will soon begin growing. And guys, right now, I believe the Fortnite cube is growing, but it's at a very slow rate. You don't realize it yet. And now let's look at this other picture. This other one is from Fortnite BR Leaks, and it says, we already know that the cube will be growing, but how? And guys, I think it's growing right now. The cube could absorb power from the runes, which is like what we mentioned, which causes it to grow bigger, and that's gonna cause an event. Look at this. Cube growth, lightning pulse. This is insane. And you can literally see the rune in the ground. What we found from the other video. This only makes sense.
Nobody knows what's going to happen next, but we want to hear what you guys think will happen. So make sure to leave your theory in the comments below.
Now guys, this is the point of the video where I actually realized that the island is moving. I told my friend Nick this after I finished the video. Luckily, I was still recording. Watch this. Dude,
What?
I'm pretty sure the island's moving.
Are you looking at it right now?
It's actually moving.
How do you know? Wait, Nick, if you open up the mini-map, is that where it started?
Oh yeah, it is off center. Moving this way, look. This way.
Wait, it's moving that way.
It's totally happening right now. All right, while we were making this video, the island has started moving. We don't know what's going on, but this completely supports our theory. You can literally see on the mini-map, the island is not in the middle like it once was. You can see it moving. And dude, look at this. It's perfectly aligned to this rune right here. This is insane. All right, check this out. This is from the beginning of my video. The Fortnite island is covering the entirety of the middle of Loot Lake. But if we go into game right now, it is completely shifted. We are 100% right. And this just shows what is going to happen in the rest of season 6.